Welcome to the moment when everything becomes clear and your dreams come true. Everything you have labored, dreamed, and strived for all your life is now just a step away. This is not an ordinary moment. This is the beginning of the great transformation that fate has been preparing for you for a long time. One decision, one action, and there you are. This moment opens the door to a journey that will bring you not only success, but a greater purpose. Now is the time to put all hesitation aside and give yourself the life you deserve. You can take the first step to gift yourself this life by writing 77 in the comments. To reward you with wealth, the universe first holds up a mirror to you. It is a test to see who you are and how prepared you are. Imagine if a river overflows, the waters not only fertilize the land, but also expose the underlying rocks. When a sudden abundance enters your life, it exposes not only your dreams, but also your fears, weaknesses, and habits. Here, it is not a question of luck. It is a question of whether you are ready for transformation. Abundance does not come with a quiet melody. Rather, it comes like a storm. At that moment, it asks you a question. Do you have the power to rise? If you have the strength, you will realize that it is a challenge to who you are, not just material possessions. Abundance does not promise ease. Rather, it demands that you be resilient and flexible. If this sounds inspiring rather than frightening to you, perhaps you are one of those who are ready for a great transformation. Get ready. This journey will not only begin, it will come like a whirlwind, penetrating deep into your soul. Wealth doesn't always make a peaceful entrance. It often comes with a turmoil that turns your life upside down. Your life may suddenly become chaotic, but this is not a misfortune, but a rebuilding process. Abundance never stays with you for long without transforming your mind and soul. Now is the time to question the people around you, your habits and beliefs, because not all of them can come with you on this journey. The disorder you see in your life is reshaping you for something greater. This process is not easy. Change is often uncomfortable. But remember, every storm is temporary and is followed by a new order. The influence of money doesn't just polish the surface. It also brings to light the parts of you that have been in the shadows. If you are currently undisciplined, this will put you in a more difficult situation. If your relationships are fragile, this fragility becomes unbearable. Chaos is not there to pull you back, but to give you a solid foundation. When people give up at this point, it is because they have come to the wrong conclusion. This is not the end. It is the door to a new beginning. The abundance that comes without preparation cannot last. Challenges are a call to grow, and heeding this call is the first step in shaping an extraordinary future. So don't be afraid of disorder. It may be the bridge that leads you to your true potential. When abundance suddenly flows into your life, it reshapes not only what you have, but also the dynamics around you. Some may look to you as a source of inspiration, while others may perceive this change as a threat. There comes a time when you have to separate those around you who truly support you from those who are just looking out for self-interest. Just as a shining light reveals all that is hidden in the darkness, an unexpected richness allows you to see people for who they really are. Some will share your joy. Others will drown under the weight of their own insecurities. Even those who you have always trusted to be there for you may find it difficult to face this change, and this difficulty has nothing to do with you, but with their own fears. However, if you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. This abundance is not only a gift for you, it is also a call for you to shine light into the world. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Because each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Great changes shake the balance around you. Unexpected reactions, attitudes towards you, even the breaking of bonds that you once thought were unbreakable become inevitable. This is not a mistake or misfortune. It is part of the new reality. It is not always easy to understand people's intentions. Some hide their sincerity, while others make their expectations clear. But the truth is that every ascension requires a choice: who to allow access to your life and who to part ways with. Wealth requires that you learn to protect not only your physical resources, but also your emotional and energetic resources. The transformation that abundance brings is not only in the external world, but also in your own inner beliefs. The thoughts you carry about money, ideas that have taken root in your subconscious mind, come to the surface one by one. If you believe that you don't deserve things, this belief is reflected in your behavior, and you may find it difficult to keep your money. If you see wealth as a burden, you may seek ways to escape from it rather than deal with it. Abundance is not only an external change, but also an internal mirror, reflecting your fears, expectations, and limiting thoughts. Wealth comes to challenge your limitations as much as to grow you. If you don't work on these beliefs, instead of bringing lasting happiness, abundance can magnify your unresolved issues. But with this realization comes an opportunity. You can take a step to reshape your beliefs, to give a different meaning to abundance, and to see wealth as just a means to an end. The real challenge is not to achieve wealth, but to live in harmony with it. Because if you fail to do so, abundance will bring you new problems, not peace. Unexpected wealth will shake not only the details on the surface of your life, but also the balance in its depths. You are no longer just a recognizable figure, but a figure defined by what you have. This new identity changes the behavior of the people around you, and before you know it, invisible cracks in your relationships will appear. Formerly friendly glances turn to you, sometimes with admiration, sometimes with suspicion. This is the greatest test of wealth. It holds up a mirror, not only to your material circumstances, but also to your character. Change is a journey on a map that no one has taught you, a journey between emotional ties from the past and new expectations. Some journeys come with scars you have to leave behind. When you achieve success, it can be surprising when people who were once aligned with you are unable to adjust to the new heights. Your change exposes their limitations and insecurities. Relationships that once seemed unshakable may weaken or even break under the weight of these conflicts. However, these ruptures have more to do with their own inner conflicts than with who you are. Change inevitably brings new dynamics and new boundaries. This process sometimes carries with it losses. Moving forward requires a review of your identity and values. Clarifying your own stance, regardless of how others perceive you, is your greatest strength in this journey. With each step, you develop your ability to discern what moves you forward and what forces you to stay behind. Although it may be painful to realize that some bonds have worn out, it is part of growing up. Understanding yourself, what you value, and how you carry those values empowers you and guides you through this process. Remember, every transformation brings with it both loss and a new beginning. Sudden success tests not only the outside world, but also your own mind. An unexpected fortune puts your existing beliefs under a magnifying glass. If you believe that money is a burden, this belief makes you unable to move. If you believe you don't deserve it, this new reality throws you into a battlefield. Abundance is not just a blessing. It is also a powerful tool for change that exposes your fears, insecurities, and unhealed wounds. Some turning points require taking a step back and assessing the situation rather than acting immediately. If you want to turn your opportunities into long-term gains, you must consider the consequences of rash behavior. Unplanned decisions can create burdens that are difficult to bear in the future. The best step is to give yourself time to digest your new situation and build a strong foundation. This does not mean remaining passive. On the contrary, it means entering a conscious preparation process. In this process, it should be a priority to seek information, get support from experts in the field, and set solid goals for the future. You should use the time to shape plans that will build a sustainable balance, not just momentary happiness. This approach secures not only your resources, but also your peace of mind. When you replace haste with strategy, your every step becomes a structure that will protect not only today, but also tomorrow. Dealing with abundance requires discipline and planning. Taking action is always easy, but taking the right steps takes time and patience. To grow what you have gained and create a meaningful legacy, it is essential to utilize silence and strategy. This is the way to turn wealth into lasting success. Because true success is measured not only by what you earn, but by the impact it has on you. Unexpected wealth tests not only your ability to acquire it, but also your ability to sustain it. If your planning and management skills are not in tune with the power you have acquired, this power, no matter how great it may be, can soon be exhausted. Protecting tangible assets goes beyond simple economic control. It requires complex strategies, the right steps, and reliable know-how. Investments, legal protections, and the assessment of financial risks can turn every unskilled step into a dangerous one. A river carries water not only to bring fertility to the land, but also to reveal hidden gems. Sudden wealth is like this river. It brings opportunities, but above all, it brings truth to the surface. It shines a light for you to see, not only abundance, but also the true intentions of the people around you. Wealth is a test. It is an opportunity to realize that not all that glitters is gold, and to distinguish between those who truly support you and those who only want to benefit. In this new reality that comes with success, sincerity may not lie behind every warm smile. Like figures hiding in the shadows, some people may appear to be on your side, but are really only concerned with their own gain. But remember, this is more due to their dissatisfaction with their own lives than your success. Not every face that smiles at you may be friendly. Not every good offer may benefit you. This is where your intuition becomes your most powerful guide. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is based on God's divine plan, unshaken by the transient concerns of the world. As the Bible says, "For he who sows in generosity will also reap in generosity." 2 Corinthians 9:6. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this gesture will come back to you 100-fold in abundance. Trusting your own inner guidance is your shield on this journey. Your abundance is not only a blessing, but also a great responsibility. You are called to use what you have not only for yourself, but for the world around you. However, fulfilling this call requires moving forward with the right people, staying away from wrong intentions. Just like a gardener, you must weed out the weeds while nurturing the flowers in your garden. When you don't do this, no matter how hard you try, it is difficult for the things of real value to grow. Your success is a task given to you. It is not only a reward, but also an opportunity to shine a light around you. But in carrying that light, you need to see your path clearly. Realizing the true intentions of the people around you will allow you to move forward on your own course without getting caught up in the inner worlds of others. In this process, you will strengthen your sincere friendships and liberate yourself from the connections that pull you down. Being a chosen one is not just about accepting abundance, but knowing how to move forward with it. Each of the doors that open to you tests how solid your soul is. The trials of the material world, as well as the burdens of the social world, will come your way. But remember, the real power is not in controlling the chaos outside, but in keeping the peace within. This journey is not only about winning, but also about how to protect what you have won. Remember that your wealth is a tool. It is a trust given to you to shape not only your life, but also the lives of others. But to use it properly, you must carefully evaluate everything and everyone around you. Power is measured not only by what you have, but by how you manage it. And in this measurement, you can only find true value through honesty and consciousness. Think of yourself as a ship captain. When navigating stormy waters, you must rely not only on your sails, but also on your compass. Your inner voice is this compass. It shows you what is real, protects you, and enables you to make the right choices. When abundance is combined with consciousness, it is not just a gift, it becomes a mission. This mission has the potential to serve not only you, but also your environment. Remember, every light has shadows, but these shadows should not deter you from your path. It is not how much you earn, but how you manage it that will protect your abundance. So, at every step, stop and consult your intuition and follow your deepest guidance. As a chosen one, you will be remembered not only for what you receive, but also for what you give. The emotional burden of unexpected fortune is often heavier than its physical burden. People may project their own dreams, expectations, and even disappointments onto you, along with the attention they direct towards you. Balancing new relationships, old ties, and shifting expectations requires great skill. Setting boundaries and learning to say no becomes a necessity on this journey. Taxes and financial obligations in return for your new achievements can be a nightmare for the unprepared. Without the right information, much of what you have earned can disappear without you even realizing it. This process requires consulting experts, being open to learning, and constantly improving yourself. Growth is directly proportional to how you manage wealth. When you realize your potential, it is inevitable that the way those around you view you will change. However, this change often brings their own inner conflicts to the surface. Instead of supporting you, some may begin to project their own repressed anxieties or frustrations onto you. Those who cannot cope with your success may react with distant behavior or subtle criticism. These reactions are more a reflection of their inner restlessness than of your actions. The most challenging moments occur when you try to carry the emotional weight of this approach from people you never expected. However, this burden is not a responsibility that you must carry. You do not have to give up your own path in order to resolve the feelings of others or to provide comfort for them. Parting ways with those who are moving in a different direction is a natural consequence of preserving your freedom and your own light. Not everyone in your life may be able to keep up with your pace, and this is part of the price of your success. As you walk your own path, you must remember not to shoulder the emotional burdens of others. Success brings responsibilities along with rewards. Embracing the discipline and knowledge that wealth requires, rather than simply seeing it as a blessing, will lead you to a more solid future. Not everyone can accompany you on your journey, and this is a natural process. The important thing is to remember who you are as you grow and use the lessons learnt along the way as a guide. True success lies not only in preserving what you have achieved, but in the way it has shaped you. On this journey, leave behind every shadow that blocks your light from shining. True wealth is not about the amount of money you have, but what you can create with it. Wealth reflects not what you have, but your power to transform it. The point is to create a space of freedom where you can redesign your life that is not limited to financial security. If you think that money is just a means to an end, you are missing the deeper meaning that it really offers. Used properly, wealth can break the chains that limit you, give you back your time, and give you the opportunity to direct your energies to what really matters. But if you focus solely on accumulating it, you can find yourself in a cycle of constantly craving more and more. This cycle can become a never-satisfied pursuit, and in the end, what you have can further constrict you rather than liberate you. The power of money is not only in acquiring physical goods, but also in its potential to fulfill your dreams and create a meaningful legacy. Wealth finds meaning in what you do with it, not just in the numbers accumulated in accounts. Shaping your life consciously rather than by chance depends on the right use of this power. When you look at money as a tool that moves you forward, not limits you, you not only find personal fulfillment, but also the opportunity to transform the world around you. When you receive unexpected wealth, it is not only a blessing, but also a responsibility. How you use the money you receive will shape your future. If you have no purpose, you cannot go beyond the freedom that money brings. Wealth can simultaneously open up opportunities and magnify existing weaknesses. If you don't know what you are orientated towards, this energy can turn into a source of confusion for you. Without purpose, wealth will lead you to seek temporary fulfillment, and you may find yourself exhausting both your energy and your resources. The question is not what to do with this wealth, but how to recreate your life and your environment with a vision. Turning wealth into an instrument of real change requires a strong intention and a clear goal. You must use your resources not just to spend them, but to leave a lasting impact and build a life you truly value. Money is not an end, but a means in the service of a will that directs it. Therefore, when unexpected gains come your way, what you really need to do is to question how to channel this energy in a way that will have a meaningful impact. Wealth, when used correctly, transcends personal boundaries and becomes a force that shapes the world around you. Achieving the freedom of your dreams may sound tempting, but this freedom comes at a cost. Having the power of choice and being freed from material constraints often demands more change than you expect. The first blow is felt in your closest relationships. A changing identity causes some of the ties around you to fracture. People who are no longer in the same place as you may find it difficult to understand or accept your new reality. Some may act out of jealousy, others out of distance, feeling that you now live in a different world. This can lead to the weakening or even breaking of bonds you once believed to be strong. Likewise, old habits that offered you a comfort zone are also questioned with this new freedom. Patterns of thought and behavior that once served you well may now become obstacles to your progress. This requires saying goodbye to your old way of life, both physically and mentally. It becomes inevitable to let go of the familiar confidence of your routine and build a more efficient, more disciplined structure in its place. Freedom is not only the chance to seize opportunities, but also the courage to take the responsibility that these opportunities require. This process peels away the old layers of your identity and reshapes you. Stepping into true freedom forces you to give up the habits and comforts of the past. It is a challenge that is not limited to material security. It is a step into a new unknown, a space that often feels lonely. Leaving the familiar behind is part of the price you have to pay to move forward. The definition of freedom is breaking out of old molds and rediscovering who you are. So, are you ready to let go of your old self for a life without boundaries? This price is paid not only with what you have, but also with everything that has defined you in the past. Unexpected wealth is not only an opportunity knocking at your door, but also a storm of confusion that must be carefully managed. While the glitz and glamour of money and promises may seem tempting, not every opportunity is as valuable as you think. While some offers come to glorify you, others aim only to profit from you. At this point, your most powerful guide is not the words on paper, but your inner awareness. In this new world of money, you need to trust your instincts in order to distinguish real intentions from masks. Wealth gathers all kinds of people around you. Those with self-interested intentions will knock on your door, as well as those with sincere partnerships. The important thing is to be able to hear your own voice in this chaos and to navigate with what you feel. Your intuition can sometimes be a more effective guardian than an expert opinion, as realizing that something is not right is often more valuable than reversing a decision. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking on the Super Thank You button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. This flow that wealth brings with it calls you to a task that is not only material, but also spiritual. Your earnings are not yours alone. They are expected to serve a greater purpose. Your possessions are a means to make a mark in the world and to improve the lives of others. Wealth is not defined by status or luxury alone, but by the responsibilities it brings. Questioning how you can use your resources for greater transformation rather than simply consuming them is key to this journey. Progress is possible by making choices that not only benefit you, but also uplift the society around you. Encountering sudden wealth is not an arbitrary chance. It is a conscious invitation. It requires you to have a vision beyond increasing your own comfort. Wealth becomes a means of upward mobility when utilized correctly and a burden when misdirected. Creating opportunities for others, building worthwhile businesses, and combining your own power with a social good makes this gift meaningful. The true value of money lies not only in what you have, but in what you can make possible with it. When you act with this realization, wealth becomes a duty, not a gift. Where your choices touch the lives of others, the meaning of wealth deepens and offers you the chance to leave a true legacy. The real question is not how you will leave your mark on the world with what you have, but how consciously you will do it.